Would you put yourself in harm's way for an individual who want to do the same for you? Who knows? You might find yourself in some situations when you're the only one that's actually loyal when it comes to riding for a homeboy of yours. For this video here, I'm going to be telling y'all about a situation I got myself into, put my neck on the line and everything. And the same person I was doing it for ain't even rock with me or ride for me when shit hit the fan. Haha, I'm the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone, I'm a charger, don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see you ass, you gon' leave airlifted. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I want to drop this video because I want to tell everybody out there that's never been incarcerated or people who don't know no better to beware of who you ride for when you were locked up. I know some institutions, depending on what coast you're at or depending on which place you land at in general, I know certain places only rock with their own color, rock with their own race. You know, but some places it isn't like that, and you'll find yourself in situations that you put yourself in just because you was being loyal. And at the end, was it all really worth it? And at the end, will these individuals ride for you just like you were riding for them? So I felt like I come in here and I tell y'all a situation that I got myself into. When I felt like I was doing the right thing behind one of my homeboys that I thought was my partner and all, you feel me? But in all reality, when shit got real, they didn't rock like they were supposed to. And it actually turned into more shit than I planned on. Okay? Now, my homeboy at the time, you feel me, he was affiliated. Alright? And he was a Latin king. And somebody owed him some money. So, I took the initiative. You know, I was making my way down to the other side of the compound, which means I was violating, which means I was going out of area. I was going to an unauthorized area. Part of the compound that, you know, the guards know I'm not from on that side of the compound. I shouldn't be over here in this dorm when I'm not housed in this dorm. But since I had to go to this dorm anyways, because, you know, I had a good face card, you know, like certain officers over there, they fuck with me. So if they see someone over there that don't fit in, that's out of the ordinary, that you know don't live on this side of the compound, you know, they'll book you and put you in confinement for an unauthorized area. So me, the guard would let me slide. You know, they'd pop the door on, see me, and they'd let me walk in there. So at this time, I had to go down there for some business. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to pull up on this motherfucker who owe one of my homeboys some money. You know what I'm saying? And me and my homeboy talked about this shit already. And he told me that the person that owed him money just constantly just kept making excuses. You know, every time he'd say, man, holler at what's his name for me. Every time someone would go up there and ask him, hey, what's up with such and such money? Or, hey, don't you owe such and such? He'd come up with the excuses, and he would actually say, oh yeah, I just spoke to da-da-da, I took care of that, da-da-da. And it'll make the person who's down there, you know, kind of like trip up and switch out on what they were supposed to do because they feel like, damn, if I put my hands on this person, he's telling me he just situated it with that individual that he owes money to. So me and my homeboy already had a talk, and I told my homeboy, as soon as he tries to make an excuse, I'm gonna just spark him. I'm gonna punch him dead in his shit, and I'm gonna whoop him. So he was like, all right. So I ended up going down there, like I said, walked up to the dorm, went like this. Female officer, I won't say her name or nothing, but she seen me. She was like excited that I was even down there. She pops the door, they let me in. I'm inside the Sally Port. The way the Sally Port's broke down is it's like a butterfly because it's called a butterfly building. You have a bubble like this, which is a rectangle. And then on this side, you got a hallway. And on this side, you got a hallway. And there's a quad there and a quad there, quad there, quad there. Feel me? So you got 2 quads on this side sticking out, 2 quads on this side sticking out. And then you got the officer station in the middle. So I needed to go into this quad over here. So she let me in. I'm waiting. I go like this again. She pops the door for me to go inside the dorm. When I walk inside the dorm, I go to the room he's in, and luckily for me, I already knew this, but he was actually in the cell with one of my homeboys that was a blood. He was an East Side blood, you know what I'm saying? And I walk up in there, And I tell my dog, KD, I'm like, KD, what's up with you? He like, Frog, what's happening? So me and my dog dap it up and this and that. He's like, what you got going on over here? I say, hey, I'm going to be real with you, bro. Your bunkie owe my dog some bread. He's like, man, you do what you got to do, Frog. You know, I fought with you. And his bunkie was actually up there sleeping, you feel me? So I'm like, all right, say no more, you feel me? I'm finna holler at him about that bread or whatnot. Next thing you know, I tell him, hey, bro, check me out. Wake up, bro, wake up. He gets up. He's like, Frog, what's up with you? I said, jump down here, you feel me? He jumps down, and I'm like, what's up, dog? You feel me? What's up? Well, what's his name? Money, dog. I'm down here, bro. You owe, what's his name? Some bread. And I knew off rip that he was going to make up an excuse. Because like I said, he's got a rap sheet of doing this. You feel me? He literally just would never really, you know, tell the truth. You feel me? So I already had it locked in my mind what I was going to do. You feel me? So the moment he was like, oh, yeah, man, I already situated with what's it called? He was not willing to look me in my eyes when he was talking to me. So I knew he was just making up shit as he went. You feel me? So as I'm like, man, what's up? What's his name? Money you owe him, bro. You feel me? I came down here to holler at you about that. He goes like this. He's like, well, you know, I just got done talking to him and shit like that, bro. We got it all situated. He wouldn't make no eye contact with me. So what I did is, I was already prepared to punch him in his shit. So I cocked back, and the moment he decided to make eye contact with me, I split him. Boom. And when I split him, he flew up against right where their toilet is and everything like that. And I rushed him and started whooping him. Boom, boom, boom. Fuck nigga with that money. Started beating him up in front of my dog. That was his bunkie. You feel me? That's in a whole nother gang separate from, you know, the person I'm coming down there to collect for. So I beat him up a little bit. He starts screaming, saying, nah, man, I'm gonna get it for him. I'm gonna get it for him. I'm telling you. I'm like, man, we don't want to hear that shit. You feel me? And at the end of the day, regardless if he was gonna pay it or not, I still, you know, had to go down there and do what I needed to do. You feel me? Because it's like, that's my dog, and at the end of the day, you know, I'm loyal to my homeboys, you feel me? Which is kind of like, throughout the years, I finally realized and understand that I was actually loyal to more people than I should have been. Just because I'm real and I only know how to keep it real. I'm not going to just keep it real with myself, I'm going to keep it real with others. You understand? And I find myself always getting the shit end of the stick or in a bad situation by me keeping it real. You feel me? And the other motherfuckers flip-flop. So as I beat him up and shit like that, fucker don't know how to fight. He's scared for his life. So when I look, I see his canteen bag. I grab his canteen bag. He ain't got nothing but 2 packs of strawberry cookies. You feel me? There's 2 packs of strawberry cookies in there. I take both them shits. I see an MP right there. So then I was like, fuck it. I go to take his MP. He's like, no, that ain't mine. That ain't mine. I said, whose is it? And then he was scared to tell me. So I found out it was one of my dog's MPs that was in that dorm. And that person was a blood also. But he was a West Side blood. You feel me? Not an East Side blood like my dog that was his bunkie. So there's already 2 bloods involved right there. Just by me going down here doing this situation. So I said, all right, you feel me? Fuck it. I ain't going to take it because I know, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I told him, boy, hey, this ain't your MP? You feel me? He was like, yeah, bro, that's my shit. I said, oh, all right. You feel me? I said, I'm finna take that shit from him, you know? Next thing you know, as I'm getting ready to walk out, I turn around to walk back in there. He balls up like this, like thinking I'm going to hit him again. But really, I walked up and snatched his ID from him. Because you could say anything you want inside of prison. You know, I could go over there to my homeboy right now and say, look, check this shit out, you feel me? Here's a pack of cookies, because you already know I ate a pack of them bitches while I was mobbing back across the compound. I had a pack in my back pocket and a pack in my hand. I was eating them bitches while I was walking over there. You feel me? Like back to my dorm where my dog was housed at. So the ID, me snatching his ID, was really the only way that I could show him. I literally went over there and beat him up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I literally went over there and put my hands on him. You feel me? Maybe the other 15 people that told you they went over there, maybe they never really did, or who knows. But by me having his ID shows I literally had some type of run-in with him. You feel me? So when I brought my dog and showed him the ID, he was like, damn, my dog did that. I said, yeah, bitch, look, you get a pack of cookies, I get a pack of cookies. You feel me? He said he tried to say he talked to you or whatnot. Me jumping on him is going to kind of like make it to where he don't pay now. You understand? Because some places you'll try to prevent from putting your hands on someone because you want that payment. You understand? But then some people, it's like you get tired of waiting, so they get beat up. And when they get beat up, it's like, okay, since you didn't pay, that was your payment. You know, or some people get beat up until they pay. You know, it just depends. But at this time here, I beat him up, and it kind of like wiped his slate clean a little bit, all right? But it got worse and turned into another situation, and I'm going to tell you why. So the next day, the very next day, I'm in my dorm. 4 gang members come down there to my dorm. 4 GDs to be exact. If y'all don't know what GDs are, they're gangster disciples. You feel me? Folks. They came down there to my quad, and they wanted to holler at me about what happened with me and bruh over there from their side of the compound. Now, for anyone who's been locked up, you know the energy or the vibe or the feeling when someone's like pressing you. When someone's approaching you about something, it feels like a put down. You understand? If me and you get in an argument or a conflict over a phone call, like I got next on the phone and we get in an argument, and I go up there in my cell and you enter my cell to talk to me about that, I'm going to feel offended, because I'm going to look at it like the way other people are viewing it is you pressed me. You came up in there in my cell and you came to put down on me about something or talk to me about something. But by you coming in my cell, made it look like you was bringing that shit to me. You feel me? So I got offended that these 4 people came down to my dorm and wanted to talk to me about bruh. You feel me? And they had all the right. And what it was is he owed them money also. Okay? So he owed these GDs money. I took his ID. Your ID is like your credit card in prison. So you can't hit the window without an ID. You feel me? So by me taking the card, they weren't able to get their payment. You see? So by them coming down there, the reason they're there is for the card. But I'm feeling insulted that they had the nerve to come down here and question me about it. So I'm getting involved because I feel tried, that they feel like they got the nuts or the audacity to even come down here and question me over this shit. You feel me? I'm taking it as if you got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And they're not down there to purposely disrespect me. They're down there to get the card. But in order to get the card, they're asking me what's up with bruh. So I feel like they pressing me. So when they come up to me and they ask me, hey, whatever happened with you and bruh down there in our dorm yesterday? You feel me? So I look and I'm like, oh, what? I'm like, what, y'all boys came down here to press something? Like that. And they're like, nah, we just want to know what happened, you feel me? Because he owes us money and this and that, you feel me? And you took his ID, I guess, and we can't get payment. I said, look, man, check this shit out, bro. I said, what the fuck y'all boys trying to do, you feel me? And they're like, what you mean what we trying to do? Like they felt offended. I clutched my waist where my banger was at. I said, man, listen, y'all boys come down here in my dorm like y'all boys want to do something. And I went to pull my blade out, you feel me? So then they're like, oh, you want to up a banger on you? Oh, you sure you want to do that, Neutron? You sure you want to do that? Because I'm pulling a knife out on gang members. But at the same time, like I said, I feel disrespected. You feel me? I'm not upping this knife on them because they want the card. You feel me? I'm upping the knife on them because I feel like they're trying to press me by even coming down here in my dorm. You know how this shit looks to everybody else in the quad? 4 gang members come in this bitch and come around my bunk and go to questioning me and asking me something. You know what I'm saying? We got bunk beds in the prison down here. So you have bunk beds, and then there's like you got a space in between the bunk beds. Those are your cuts, you know, like where there'll be a bunk bed here and a bunk bed here. Right here's where people talk and chat. So you got the nerve to, like, while I'm sitting on my locker in my cut, you feel me, doing some shit on my phone, you got the nerve to come in this bitch 4 deep. 2 of y'all come in the cut here, 2 of y'all go in the other cut, which would be my back door, which would be the bunk next to me's cut, which is their front side. You feel me? So I'm like, man, what y'all boys got going on? You feel me? I feel insulted off rip. So to me, I was willing to rock due to, I felt like it was a put down, the way they came in there, you know? And that's how it was. I took it as a disrespect like that. So damn right, I grabbed my knife and was clutching and was ready to rock. Now during this whole situation takes place. Next thing you know, them boys like, all right, we got something for you. Say no more. You gonna see us. They end up leaving the dorm. I'm telling them, okay, as they're walking away saying you gonna see us, I'm telling them, I can't wait, motherfucker. I can't wait. I can't wait to see y'all. I can't wait. Because I felt tried, bro. This is my area. You know what I'm saying? Any way you came down here to talk to me, bro, I'm going to take it disrespectful. Unless you let me know off rip, hey, no disrespect, bro. You know, we ain't coming down here to insult you or nothing. But you coming down on my side of the compound, bro, and trying to holler at me 4 deep, two right here, 2 on the back side of my bed, you know, I'm going to feel like y'all boys, you know what I'm saying? That's how I took it. And what it was is they couldn't get paid because I took that man's ID just to show my dog. Now, here's where the part comes in where my dog don't ride. Okay, like I said, my dog was a gang member. Next thing you know, the dorm next to us, them boys have a big old meeting. The GDs have a big old meeting about the whole situation. Big meeting like, oh boy, you know, at the end of the day, bro, he don't gang bang, you feel me? He pulling knives out on our brothers, yada, yada, yada. You feel me? He gonna be dealt with. So me, I'm not really saying shit, you feel me? But in my mind, I'm like, man, you know, I think my dog, who I went down there for, and his brothers should rise, should rock, because I went down there and did it for him, you feel me? But here it is, me keeping it real. So I get in an argument with one of these dudes later on that day when they call canteen. I go out there, and the GD from another dorm is like, oh, bro, so what's up, bro? So, we about to green light you. We about to green light you. I walked the canteen with my banger on me, bro. I walked the chow with my banger on me. I was one of them people that looked to see if they brought the pole out every day when it came time to go in the chow, because they got this pole with a box in the bottom of it that they carry and they put down and they make you walk by that bitch. It's a metal detector pole. If that bitch ain't out, I'm carrying that banger, because you never know what can happen. You feel me? So I was like, bro, you ain't saying nothing, bro. So I go to grab my knife and I'm like, what, you the dumbass they sent? You the dummy they sent at me? Like letting them know, like, bitch, I'll hit you too. You know, so here I'm getting myself in a deeper hole. And the whole time, my dog, I did it before. Them boys ain't rising. Even when their gang went to the meeting with that organization. Because anytime there's a gang coming together and something's about to go down, other gangs want to make sure it ain't got nothing to do with one of theirs. You know, want to make sure it ain't one of their brothers that fucked up, or anybody they're affiliated with, or anybody that they're cool with did it on the face of one of their brothers. So everybody tries to find out what's what. So more than one gang come together over there. So when I tell them, bro, oh, you're the dummy they sent, you the dumbass they sent, and I'm arguing with them, I could have easily told them why I took the card, or who I went down there and took the card for, if you think about it. I could have been like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro, he owe my dog money, my dog a king, you feel me? You take it up with them boys, blah, 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 blah. I could have easily did some shit like that, but I wasn't. You feel me? I was not doing it. You know what I'm saying? All I said is, man, he owe my dog money, and that's what it is. And they were like, oh, who's your dog? Who's your dog? And I said, man, listen, you ask him that. If he tells you the reason I took his ID, who he owes money to, and he tells him that it's a Latin king, then that's on him. But I'm not finna throw them out there like that, because I don't want to make it look like I needed them for the situation, or that I, like, as soon as the pressure applies, I scream to get them involved. No. So I kept my cool and was like, you ask him that. You ask him who he owes money. If he tells you, he tells you. Man, it ain't my job to tell you shit. You feel me? And I'm just being real. So next thing you know, when the meeting's going on over there, kings are over there, they don't rock for me, they don't rise for me, you feel me? Even though I had a couple of them that were still my dogs that felt like it was fucked up, they tell me they were gonna ride and all this different shit, but they didn't say that at the meeting, you feel me? They didn't tell, you know, they had no say-so over their brothers, you know, ruling. What their brother says is what it is. You feel me? They could tell me that, but they can't stand up and say that at the meeting and then their organization be involved. So, next thing you know, the fucking Bloods rise. The Bloods come out the woodworks and tell the GDs, well, check this shit out. We fuck with Frog. You feel me? So it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then I beat him up, head up, the dude. You feel me? And he ain't a gang member. It's just he owes them money. You know? So it's like, I would have fought him if they wanted me to squash the whole beef, but I already beat him up. So the fighting wasn't really the thing that they wanted to do. You feel me? And I told them, I know y'all don't want me to fade him again, because look at him. He's already lumped up. You feel me? I already whooped him. Y'all know that ain't the case. You feel me? But the Blood stood up, dog, and really rocked for me. And they was like, man, at the end of the day, you feel me? Ain't none of y'all finna do shit to Frog. Y'all do shit to Frog, bitch, we rocking out, bro. It's gonna be us against y'all. You feel me? And normally when you go to certain camps, it gets even deeper, dog. Check this out. Normally when you go to certain camps, you're going to have gangs that are like tied with each other. Or there's just a mutual, you know, respect. You know, like down here in Florida, some camps you go to, you might have the GDs are tied with the Crips. And then there's a gang down here called Cutthroats. They might be tied with the Cutthroats as well. All three of them will rock out against the Bloods. And then normally you'll have the Bloods and the Kings, because they're both under the 5, that will be like they got a mutual understanding. So when this shit all went down and the Bloods was willing to rise for me, you know, all of it died down. Them boys wasn't willing to go to war against the Bloods at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't just like the West Side or just the East Side. It was both sides that was vouching for me, that was going to rock with me. They fucked with me, and they know I didn't do nothing wrong. You feel me? I kept it real. I went down there by myself, you know, and I did what I needed to do. You feel me? They tried to take advantage of the situation. You feel me? But by me being left like in the blind by the exact people that I called my homeboys, the exact people I got into this shit about, it turned out worse for them. Because after the Bloods stood up and vouched for me against the GDs, like, oh boy, it ain't nothing. Them boys went against the grain and actually started beef with the Kings, the Bloods, for not sticking up for me, for not vouching for me when because they knew they were my homeboys. They knew that, you know, like, I didn't tell them why I did it or who they owed money to, but they felt like that's some suck ass shit, because Frog's always vibing with these boys 9 times out of 10, and these same boys ain't jumping up to rock with Frog. Regardless what he did or who he went to get the money for, they should be sticking up for him like, nah, that's my dog. Because anytime they're into some shit, Frog there willing to rock with him because it's his homeboys. So then, not only did the Bloods stick up against the GDs for me, them boys actually rose up and started shit with the Kings over this whole situation. And at this time, I got put under investigation, was in confinement. This was at one of my first institutions I landed at. I got put under confinement over some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was under investigation, and while I'm in the box, I'm hearing from different, like, gang members, you know, Bloods, GDs. I'm hearing different shit. People are sending me kites. The GDs are sending me kites saying they fought with me, sorry about the discommunication and all that. You feel me? And at the end of the day, I'm not believing none of that shit, because people try to play cool with you to get you on the compound so they can wet you up. You feel me? So I'm like playing it from a distance. I'm just reaping in all their information they're telling me when they say something. You feel me? But I'm not really taking what they saying serious. Then I got all the Bloods. They're like, "Big, you already know we finna rock with you, Frog. Big, we fought with you for real, for real. This and that, this and that. Boy, you ain't hear about them boys." So now I got the Bloods. We're sliding to different dorms, running down on different nations, all over some shit that was already dead. Like, it was already a dead situation. You feel me? But the whole moral of the story was, you gotta beware who you ride for in prison, okay? Just like on the streets. You know, you hang out with someone on the streets all the time, you don't know what that motherfucker gonna tell on you, or leave you in that water when shit go down. You feel me? Jump off the porch early not knowing no better. You find yourself in a situation, a shooting, find yourself in a fucking police chase, you catch a charge, whatever it is. You don't know who the fuck you're riding for. These same people that you'll keep your mouth closed for won't keep their mouth closed for you. You feel me? If it was the other way around, if my dog that was affiliated went down there and beat up some dude that owed me money, and then next thing you know, a gang jumped up and wanted to eat him, and I'm not even affiliated, I would have jumped up and been like, well, bitch, he went down there for me, you feel me? I'm rocking with him, even though I'm only a one-man army, I'm still rocking with him. You feel me? I'm riding for him. Like, I make it known. I never hide in my pocket who it is I'm truly down with or who I rock with. You feel me? That's why gang members fought with me, because it didn't matter what organization you was in or what color you repped or what set you claimed. I had a different relationship with each person. Each one, you know what I'm saying? And they were all real, you know, real bonds. Like, we were cool as hell, you feel me? So you mean to tell me these two individuals, one that was an East Side, one that was a West Side, they sets basically had to get involved and vouch for me against a gang that's on their side of the compound, all because I went down there to collect for someone I thought was my homeboy. You see that? You see how it works? They left me in that water. They were scared to rise. They were scared of that war. You feel me? But in all reality, you know, I didn't care. You feel me? I'm sitting here mouthing off to these dudes, telling them, boy, I can't wait to see y'all. You know, letting them know, bitch, it is what it is. Y'all should have never came down here. You feel me? And then I realize it from their point of view. Like, we can't get our money because this white boy, this cracker, done went over here and took his shit. So he basically intercepted us from getting our money. So we got to go over there and talk to him. They're not wrong for that. You feel me? That's what they were supposed to do. You feel me? But it all led to where my homeboy that I went down there for in the first place, that was affiliated, he should have spoke up and told his nation. You know, like, nah, I gotta rock with bro, you feel me? Nah, bro, it ain't happening, bro. He's on his own. I can't do that, bro, because he went down there for me. I'm the one that bro owed the money to. So he went down there, you know, and beat him up. And he took the ID just to show me that, look, I really went down there, bro. You feel me? That's it. And then it would have been between the two gangs, they would have been like, oh shit, well, he owed that nation money, so bro came down here, you know, it is what it is. And then they take it out on the person that owes them money. Well, you're going to find another way to get us our money. You're going to go to the property room and get another ID made right now and get us our... They could have took it out on that individual, but instead, since I don't gangbang, they try to take it out on me. You feel me? That's what they tried to do, and I wasn't with that shit. And at the end of the day, I was riding for the wrong individual. Do you think after that I ever did anything for that person? Hell no. Yeah, we were cool and everything, you know, but I kept my distance. He knew the difference in our bond. He knew he could peep the shoulder I had up. You know, like I'd give him the shoulder. He could peep the difference. You know, it was a fallout all because he wasn't real about that situation. You feel me? And it showed me that other people were riding for me harder than the same people that I was riding the most for. And it's fucked up to say because at this time, I fought a blood. You know what I'm saying? I fought one. He was a West Side bounty hunter. You feel me? Ended up being my dog, but I fought him. You feel me? And I was siding with my dog and his organization that was going through it with them at the time because this was my closest people. This was who I was with every single day. Yeah, I might be cool with these other people, but I only run into them 20 times a month. See them at the school building or at chow or at rec. You feel me? And it's like this, which I never took it physically out on the ones I was cool with, but if they had a brother that I got into it with, or if they got into it with one of my dogs, I'd take it out on their brother. You feel me? That's how it was. You feel me? So it's like, in the end, I fought people that rode for me harder than the people I fought them over in the beginning. That's the whole moral of the story. That's why I say you got to be careful and beware who you ride for, especially when you're incarcerated. Straight up. On the streets, ain't nothing different. People will trick you off the streets. People will make you think they your dog and that they loyal, they ride or die, they 100, and you just ain't found yourself in no situation to where they can't handle the pressure. You feel me? You can have a friendship on the streets for 10, 15 years with somebody, and it feel loyal. It feel like y'all are ride or die, but you ain't never got put in a situation to where that motherfucker had to show his true colors. You feel me? So then you're going to feel blindsided. Prison's the same thing. And it's trickier because you can't help who they put you in the dorm with. You can't help who you end up, you know, friending. You can't help who ends up becoming your enemy. You can't help none of that. People don't like people. People do like people. You can't control none of that. All you could do is control on how you survive or not. You feel me? So it's like you're going to see a lot of people in there that play the friend role, and you're going to see a lot of people in there that play that enemy role. But at the end of the day, a once enemy will be more loyal to you than a friend that never was an enemy, because an enemy has more to prove to you. You understand? And that's exactly what happened in this situation. That's exactly what happened. Someone that I never ever doubted their loyalty, never ever had a conflict with, was who I did that shit for. Was who I would expect, even though I didn't ask them to, but it's common sense, it was the right thing to do, was to stand up and be like, oh, it ain't nothing, y'all boys. That boy went down there because of me, you feel me? I'm the one that boy owed money to. That's all he had to do. And he didn't. He zipped that bitch, remained in the shadows, didn't even tell his organization. I'm not going to tell his organization because then it looks like I'm looking for help, like I need them to save me or something. So I just bit my tongue and I realized what was flawed. You feel me? And it's crazy. It played out like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, beware who you ride for. Straight up. Don't ever be more loyal to anybody in the world than yourself. Because if the shoe's on the other foot, you're going to be let down. And that's what I realized throughout these years. The reason I get let down so much by different people and they end up being flawed and disloyal, a lot of it's my own fault. Because I find myself looking at it as if how I would do it. You get what I'm saying? I look at it like how loyal I am, so it's what I expect. In all reality, that's my fault for putting that much belief in another individual in the first place. You see what I'm saying? And that's what you get out of this whole story. If y'all have ever been in any type of situation like this where someone ain't ride for you when you put your neck on the line and row for them, drop it in the comment section. We'll all be happy to hear it. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I always say, y'all make sure you keep them rat squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, clout chasers, people that ain't gonna ride for you, people that got that mask on the whole time, that play they your homeboy, but in all reality, they leave your ass in that water when pressure hits. Keep them out your circle, man. And remember, man, ain't nobody gonna be more loyal to yourself than you. Till next time, this the one and only, I am my team, Frog.